Good morning, brothers. Welcome to A Brown Bag Gentleman. My name is Scott. And yes, my face is covered with soap. And I'm just warming up the washcloth here in the sink and wringing it out so we can wash this off. But yes, I have to wash if I'm not freshly stepped out of a shower, I have to wash my face prior to every shave because my whiskers are so thick and coarse. It's a must for me. If your beard is not thick and coarse, you could probably just get by with a little bit something lighter, a little light splash of water or some preshave oil or something. But for us guys who have thick, coarse beards, this helps soften up the whiskers. Obviously clean the face, but prepares the face well. And I just figured I'd start that way, just by kind of just showing you that piece, just because for me, it's a necessary. And right now I'm just rinsing out my washcloth in the warm sink water here. That's all done. So my face is freshly washed and I'm ready to begin my shave. Although I haven't even whipped up my soap yet. So we're going to do that part here too. So starting a little differently, but I want to show you my soap. It's a new year. It's a new shave soap. Yeah, or pre-shave soap rather. So this is the cube, the original cube. Went back to one. This one, I think it's called East Me Sweats, and it's a big cube. And yes, and I have the little stand for it too. It sits here right next on my sink here. And let me just put that back down and rinse my hands off from all that soap. But that thing just lasts well, works well. Yeah, it's like I've been trying a couple other soaps, so I went back to that cube because the darn thing, just pound for pound price, price per ounce, all that stuff. It's a bargain. It just really is. It lasts for a good long while. And that one, because usually I get the black one, that charcoal soap, but this one actually, it's called East Me Sweat. I think to me it reminds me of apple pie. That's what I get out of it. My nose and some other things too as well. But I definitely get that apple pie sense out of it for me. And okay, and of course we're going to use the scuttle. I put water inside the cup area too, as well as in the scuttle part, just to make sure it's nice and warm. And today's soap is, holy cow, with this Project Leather. And it's like a bridal leather. It's sweet leather. If you've ever been in a tack shop before, oh yeah, that's what that smells like to me. But probably a little extra sweet with this, I'm gonna guess. And so the brush we're using today is my, let me do it right here. 2 shakes and squeeze. Shake, shake, squeeze. And now I'll show you. Does it say? I don't know if you can read that. It's a Simpson brush. It's a synthetic Simpson. It's tiny, it's small, it's not very big. And yeah, I've got a variety of size brushes, and I have a couple of tiny ones. Sometimes the tiny ones just, especially in some of this older, if you're using like a vintage mug or something, the tiny ones just kind of are easy to use for those sometimes. So just throwing it out there. And we're gonna whip this up. And you haven't seen me really load from a puck in a while, I think. But we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna swirl this around 100 times is what I do. They say 30 to 60 seconds, and for me, that's about 100 swirls. So I count, some people do time. That's 50 right there, and then 50 more. There we go. There's another 50. Okay, so put that down. And of course my scuttle right here. What I'm going to do though is let me just throw that. Now I'm going to throw some water in there too to start with. There we go. Put a little water in there. And I put this on the counter. This is heavy. It's full of water. It's awkward to do it. Well, let's see if I can do it up here. It's awkward, but normally if you weren't here, it'd be sitting on the counter. I'd be swirling around on there. So let's go ahead and start there. Oops. Okay, that's 50, and it's real, kind of real drippy. Just starting to think about building, and that's after 50 swirls. I still got 100 more, so let's do the next 50. Okay, yeah, it's getting a little bit less. It's still real glossy, what have you too. Extra, it's wet, but it's not overly so. It's starting to, it's starting to build up the soap and whether the lather now. And yeah, it's starting to build the cup, so let's knock this down the sides a little bit. 50 more. Okay, and yeah, okay, glossy and all that. It's built up a little bit on the, so let's knock that down. Set that down here now. Splash a little water on the face, because you saw me, it's been a couple minutes, so just gonna throw some little fresh splash of water on the face here. And now we can lather up. And strength-wise, this is numerous years old. And this is still probably a 2 or 3. Probably, I'm thinking a 3 out of 10. Which is solid for a shave soap. Anywhere between 2 and 4 is pretty much solid average for a lot of shave soaps. There are some that go higher. Phoenix Air Artisan Accoutrements was always one that I always said is probably consistently the one that's, the strongest scented soaps. And it kind of like begs you to use their aftershaves or colognes and stuff too, because it's just, just so you can match it up, because it's so strong. It's like you don't want to go over it with something. But it smells wonderful too. They do. I'm a sucker for the Phoenix soaps because they just smell so awesome. Alrighty. Oh, razor of the day. My favorite razor, and you can't have one. and I'm tongue-in-cheek, I'm sorry. Reason being, this is a charcoal goods razor, and the company went out of business because the owner retired. So it's like a one-man operation, and he retired. God bless him. But he made some awesome razors when he was around. My absolute favorite razor, 3-piece razor. Let's take it apart. And I will tell you absolutely without, the only blade I'll ever use in this razor is to Gillette Silver Blue. And the owner of the company told me that's what he liked in this. My wife, and I tried it. And awesome. Oh yeah, that's where I got sold on the Gillette Silver Blue. And it's been kind of my go-to blade ever since. Oh, let me, a little snugger, there we go. Don't want to risk cutting my fingers. Now that's not really knurling, but the shaping the way that is, it has nice grip to it without being overly sharp. And that's called a bishop style handle. When you see that minimalist little grippy area and the little area to grab at the bottom, that's a bishop style handle. And that happens to be my favorite style of handle. And you'll notice I have several of my razors have that same style of handle. Base plate, kind of standard looking base plate there. Let's see, it doesn't go all the way through in those slots in the middle. And it says slots, not pins. And of course you see the Gillette Silver Blue blade in there too. But yeah, so that's how that looks. And this is patina. I'm letting mine patina. This is 4.5 years old. I got it for my 25th wedding anniversary. My wife got it for me. And we're coming up on 30 years this year. So yeah, so it's 4.5 years old. So there's the razor. Back together again. Let me just warm that up in the sink and let's start in. Oops, I didn't double check and make sure it's even. Yes. Yep, it's even. In blade gap, it's light moderate. This is not an aggressive flavor. This is the level 2 base plate. My favorite base plate for this razor. It's a good compromise between aggressiveness and smoothness, as far as, not cut yourself to ribbons. So I like it. I can shave with this thing every day. There we go. Now I will tell you, if you think level 2 is a little bit more aggressive, and you think you'd like a level 1, if you can get your hands on one of these, I will tell you that West Coast Shaving has some razors that were designed by Charcoal Goods, and in reading the description, you can tell they're like a level 1. So to me, they'd be too mild for me. If anything, I'd try level 3 as my next one if I had a choice, which I don't anymore. But so you have that route, and it'd be a lot less expensive too. Of course, this is a solid, was it brass, bronze, whatever. The metals I chose. And yes, I'm just letting the patina. I have never polished this since I've had it. Since I've owned it, I've never polished it. Can if I wanted to, if I wanted it bright and shiny, but no, I wanted to patina. I wanted to age over time. Oh, let's go here. Did it myself. Smooth, smooth, smooth razor. Oh, this is smooth. Really enjoying this razor. There we go. Pass one is done. Of course, what's today's date? January 4th today, Saturday? And I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna vacuum mow my lawn to get up those last residual leaves from raking last week. So yeah, here in the South, it's after Christmas before you're done raking your leaves. So I will be done. My neighbors on both sides still have leaves in the yard, so yeah, I'm gonna get some blowover, but I'll take care of that in the spring. But right now, I'm just gonna do a vacuum mow to get up as much as possible so I can throw down some lime. All those pine trees out in the yard, I want to throw down some lime. Alrighty, pass two is across the grain. Light touch, weight of the razor only. That's all you need. Oh, I feel like a little nose hair has soap on it. It's tickling me. Now you notice I sound probably a little bit better than I did last week. And I'm not using a sample today because I still want to make sure that I'm fully clean, clear, everything before I go back to using my samples. Because yes, I use them once and I give them away to one of you lucky winners. So when I have my drawings, so I'm just I decided not to use it. I didn't want to waste one either by using it, not letting it be in the giveaway. So yeah, using one of my full sizers. This is the stuff I use every day. When you're not watching, I've got so much of it. I got to use it up. On average, I probably buy one new full-size puck a year. Just because it's something I want, not that I need. But I try to keep it to just that because I have so many. I got to use them up. Oh, the shape is comfortable. Very nice. Let's lather for pass three. Yeah, I'm probably going to go under the nose today. Just because this razor just works so well and so comfortable that yeah, I'll probably do it that way. I won't do that with all razors. But let's try under the nose here. Against the grain, here, pass three against the grain. And I'm not going to do a lot. I could work that a little bit more and make it really smoother, but no, that's just more irritation. So a little bit more than I usually do. Okay, spin that around. Well, let's put that out a little bit. Oh, that's good. Okay. Around. Yeah, I know. I already did this side, but doing it again. I skipped one there. I know. Because of that, I'm going to just do a buffing pass just to make sure everything's nice and smooth here. So just, oh, this side already feels pretty darn smooth. There. That is good. Let me pause and wash up. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I am back. Just washed the face with a warm washcloth. Turning on the cold water in the sink here. So I can do 2 splashes of cold water here. Let me do that. Okay. And some alum. Whatever alum stick you have. And I really do enjoy an alum. If you don't like an aftershave or anything, definitely use an alum stick. Because you basically want to just do that antiseptic business after your shave. That's what it does. You'll feel, it's basically a mineral salt. You'll feel the stinging lightly. You don't need nicks or anything. You have micro nicks. You'll feel a little bit, and I feel a little bit here and there, but nothing, major stings or anything. Alrighty, that feels good. Now the only thing leathery I have for an aftershave is English leather. Good old classic English leather. Of course, I've just from when I used to use in high school is one of my 2 staples. This and Old Spice. That's what I used in high school. Okay, yes. Alrighty, refreshed here, nice shave, smooth colos, comfortable shave. I'm just still so impressed with this razor. Really, it's my #1 favorite razor. It really is. And yes, there's some sentiment involved in that too, since my wife gave it to me for our 25th wedding anniversary. But the thing, it just performs. That minimalist little handle design there. Got the grip for this way, and then of course when you're going against the grain, you got the little nub there too to hold on to. It just works. The thing just works solid. Nice close shave, but yet comfortable, smooth shave too. I just really enjoy this. So say I mentioned the West Coast Shaving for their in-house brand one that they have designed by the manufacturer of this razor. But if you could find one of these on like eBay or Etsy or something like that too, without being horribly expensive, I think I paid like 4.5 years ago, probably about $220-ish for this razor at that time. To give you a ballpark, I'm sure that, some people are probably gouging to get these since you can't get a new one anymore. But yeah, if you're interested, highly recommended. My #1 razor that I've ever used, and I haven't used them all yet, but so far this is it. That is absolutely my #1 razor. And I don't recommend that to people. When people ask me what my top razors are, favorite razors, I usually don't mention this because you can't buy them anymore. So I don't want to, rub anybody's nose in it because you can't buy it new anymore. So I usually don't mention this. So that's why I'm mentioning it to you now. Yeah, my #1 pick. Alrighty. With that, hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe and go with God.